Hey guys, welcome to Beyond Civilization. Today we're hiking to the Narrows, Texas. We are going to be showing what the route is like, so come along for the ride. The Narrows hike is no joke, with a total length of about 14 miles round trip. If you're hiking in from the east side, it starts at the bridge on Valley View Road. There's no parking allowed here, so getting dropped off is a must. So be careful, all it takes is one distraction. I think we've covered like maybe a bit over half a mile now, so we are getting there slowly but surely. Oh man, I'm not happy about this. Okay, well I guess let's go. Just follow my footsteps. Oh man. Whew. Yeah, hopefully it'll get better. The whole area surrounding the Narrows is private property except for the Blanco Riverbed. So you must stay inside the riverbed at all times to avoid trespassing. It's a stream like a waterfall. Beautiful. During the hike, you'll have to cross two different fences. Don't worry, they're meant for cattle, not people, as the riverbed is public property. Just cross them carefully and try to avoid damaging them. This is nice, yeah, look at that. Our trip took place in early June, and we probably should have gone earlier in the year. As it was, the 90-degree weather made us suffer quite a bit, so I wouldn't recommend going when it's any hotter than that. Try not to step into the crevices because there could be snakes there. You know, we're seeing less and less houses now, so that's a good sign. It means we're making progress. No way, I still have 4G, that's wild. We're roughly halfway there, maybe a little bit less, but not much less. Some potential challenges for this hike include hundreds of thorny seeds that stick to your clothes and skin, poison ivy, rattlesnakes, loose livestock on the riverbed, including bulls, jagged slippery rocks, unreliable cell phone signal, and potentially sizzling or freezing temperatures, depending on the season you choose to go on the hike. Proper preparation and precautions are a must. Very rocky and slippery. Be careful, guys. Just walk really slowly and you'll be okay. Well, be careful, guys. Uh-oh. All right, I'm at the shore. Some things to consider bringing are at least 1 gallon of water, hiking poles, a life jacket or floaty, a first aid kit, a hat, a satellite phone, pain medication, and a waterproof bag or backpack. Although be mindful of not carrying too much weight. How low? What do you mean, the water? It's definitely too deep to swim. Oh, it's too deep. This is as far as we get without having to swim. We have hiked, we have waded, but at this point here, this is too deep to wade any further. So this is where we're gonna be swimming. Swimming time. Woo. You got a cup holder? Apparently. Para las chelas.
You're gonna sit on it? Really?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's nice.
So, cold. It's not even waist deep. It's like barely slightly above knee deep. I believe that the water level was deeper there because of a previous unsuccessful attempt I had made to reach the Narrows with a friend a few years ago in 2022. As that time, the water had indeed been much deeper. So just keep in mind that the water levels and overall hiking conditions may vary significantly depending on the year, season, and specific weather and the days leading up to your hike. At this last water crossing, some in our party, myself included, made the terrible decision of leaving behind our hiking sticks and some of our other gear to reduce weight during any potential swims up ahead. We thought we were close enough to the Narrows to where we wouldn't need it anymore and could just pick up our items again on the way back. But this was a terrible mistake that others will hopefully need not repeat. Although the remaining mileage did seem low on paper, the actual hiking conditions on the ground were some of the most brutal of the entire hike, and we now had to face the tall grass and rocky, slippery surfaces without the help of our hiking sticks and other gear. It was treacherous, unpleasant, and nerve-wracking, and our lack of gear significantly reduced our progress speed from that point forward. It's slippery. Yeah, it's pretty slippery. Be careful. We are so close. By this point, our shoes, socks, pants, and skin are covered in a thorny plant seed which we later identified as beggar's lice. It's not toxic and it can't really penetrate the skin, but the seeds are still very irritating and a pain to remove. We also saw some poison ivy at least once during the hike, but were fortunate enough to avoid touching it. It's now 1 p.m. and we started the hike at around 6:45 in the morning, so we're a little over 6 hours into our journey. By this point, we're almost at the Narrows, and the scenery is starting to get progressively ever more spectacular. The rocky cliff walls rise majestically above the riverbed, and there are several swimming portions during our hike that provide a cool refreshment from the steadily rising summer heat. It's hard to overstate how slippery and treacherous some of these surfaces are. There were many slips and near slips off camera, so watching your step is essential. You can't put all your weight down because then you'll slip. Wow, this is a cool area. We're very fortunate to have made this hike on a cloudy, breezy day. It was already very challenging as it was, and we got a serious tan out of it. I can't even imagine how it would have been on a clear, windless, and sunny summer day. So once again, I repeat, stay well away from this place during the hotter summer months. There's a bit more wading and swimming involved, but if we go this way, we'll minimize it. Very slippery when you get in the water, just FYI. Be careful.
Dang,
Sorry. Despite the challenges, some portions of the hike are extremely beautiful, not least because of the amazing variety of wildlife. We even saw a baby coyote off camera at one point. Oh, that might be the Narrows up there, around the corner. Super slippery, guys, be careful. Incredibly, my Verizon cell phone had signal throughout the vast majority of the hike. However, most of my friends lost signal almost immediately after starting the hike and didn't get it back until we finished. So you definitely don't want to just assume that you'll have it. I would definitely recommend to let someone know where you are, and if possible, it wouldn't hurt to carry a satellite phone with you as well. I mean, if you twist a leg out there, good luck getting out by yourself. And even if you're hiking with friends, carrying an immobilized individual through this harsh terrain would be virtually impossible. So it's always advisable to have some way to call for help in the event of an emergency. Oh man, oh, slippery. Oh wow, we are close. You can just tell from the scenery. Wow, probably want to cross over here as soon as we can. Huh? I mean, just to get out of this slippery area. Ooh. Oh wow, look at that cave. Not good news, huh? Ooh, don't want to stick your hand in there, do you? Wow. Okay, it's a bit slippery here. Yes, that's it. This is it. That is crazy. Wow. We made it, guys. This is incredible. We began our hike this morning at around 6:45 a.m., hoping that we had what it takes to emerge victorious against arguably one of the most strenuous hikes in Texas. And now, at about 2 p.m., we finally reached our destination, and it did not disappoint. I've been all over Texas, and in my opinion, there aren't too many places around here that can top the Narrows. This is a place of wonder and mystique, where a surreal quarter-mile-long oasis of clear, fresh water ripples serenely below an imposing set of 75-foot cliffs towering above, and the whole place is teeming with wildlife. Springs ripple peacefully from the cliffs above, providing moisture for various species of ferns and watercress growing along the banks. Once our group arrived at the Narrows, we soon realized that we just so happened to choose a weekend when the owners from one of the adjacent properties were hosting some kind of Boy Scout gathering, so there were quite a few people there for that. At first, I was a little nervous as I had heard reports from other hikers about previous hostile encounters with aggressive property owners. However, I'm happy to say that they were very respectful of our right to be there. And of course, we fully respected them as well and gave them some space to enjoy themselves. So I'd like to think that after a rocky past, hikers and property owners have gradually come to better understand their rights and limitations. Property owners realize that hikers have the right to be there as long as they haven't trespassed. And hikers understand the importance of sticking strictly to the riverbed and not taking any shortcuts through private property. That being said, the Narrows is an incredibly unique and fragile ecosystem, and it must be protected. So if we want to visit, let's make sure to leave no trace whatsoever. By protecting this one-of-a-kind hidden gem in Texas, we'll leave it intact for future generations of hikers to come and enjoy an experience that they will never, ever forget. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this adventure. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to come along with me on my future adventures. I'll see you on the next one.